we have before us a pretty little Merlin guitar, 12 string, in the Hummingbird style, but it's a very, very sick Merlin, and it's going to need a lot of magic to make it get better. There's not anything wrong with the neck or the body. There's no cracks or damages or dings or anything like that. It's actually in quite a good shape. The neck itself has got a tremendous underbow. Can you see that underbow? That underbow goes the whole way right onto the neck, so truss rod needs tightened. But tightening the truss rod is the least of its problems, because the whole body has caved in and sunk, and you can see the action. So my next journey is inside the guitar to see what's going on in there. Okay. That is some chunky truss rod. Look at the size of the Allen key. Yeah, it's a big one, put it like that. Right. And it just fits, so I'm going to have to give it a little tap so it doesn't split. I'm going to have to tighten it because the underbow, so tighten it. It's moving very smoothly, which means it's never been tightened by the look of it. But it's such a big chunky truss rod, I can feel it tightening there, that you could be tempted to swing on it, and that would just do terrible damage to the truss rod, and then you just sort of, let me just see. Okay, why are you not, that's it. Why are you not fitting? Sorry, my mistake. That's it now. Actually, just another little turn. Those couple of turns did it. Let's just see. I'm doing it with my left hand. You see, that's why. That's pretty good. It's got the slightest underbow now. Got the slightest underbow. Yeah. I'm doing this. My camera's upside down, hanging from the ceiling. So let's see how well she does. Are we recording? It says we're recording. What we're doing now is taking off the strings, so I may end up putting in big lumps of wood in there. It doesn't matter what it's like. This is the most important thing, so I'll just check it with the feeler gauge just to make sure it's not rising. Let me just see. Oh, it looks like it's rising there. I don't know what you can see that or not. You put that in there and there's gaps there. Well, we'll see. Maybe I could be lazy on this guitar because it's relatively cheap. Oh, there's a scratch there. I didn't notice that before. Can you see that scratch now? I might be relatively lazy on this one and just clean that out and press it down and glue it again. Because it's just a wee cheap player, and there's no point in spending a fortune on this, you know. All right, okay. Tidy this all up and send this to the owner and let her see what she's going to get back, maybe. I might actually just put some big lumps of wood in there and make it as a wedge, you know, because we're not talking about, I might put some props to push this back up again, and props there. This is not broken. You see, one of the problems, the underneath there is screws, and the screws often rip the bodywork. But I'm going to get my little iPhone now and go in there and light it up. Okay, ciao, bye. Bye, ciao, bye. And have a look around. Yes, we can. Oh, spiders. Yeah, spider webs. Let's look at the upper struts, because they are the ones that are all I can't see that, so I'm going to have to do this. I can see it vaguely, but I have to do it, take it out, and then look at it on the computer to see where we are with these things. Some white there, which I think is damp. I'm told this is up in the roof space. So let's have a look at the... Yeah, I think I can see them split, but I can't tell. I can't really tell. Just better but we'll soon find out. Again, everything else in the back looks okay. There is some signs of damp. Let's just look at the back there. Go on, just focus back there. That could be damp. It's hard to tell. But I do think those are both split. Okay. Out you come. You're going to get sprayed if you don't stop messing. You hear me? This is not toys for you. Hey, stop! Stop! Don't even have to spray her, just have to pretend to spray her and she's off like a shot. But she'll be back in 30 seconds. Let me just see what this bridge is like underneath. This thing could end up as a 6-string guitar if you can't get it playing properly. 12-string guitars are notorious, even the best quality ones. They have to be made from the finest wood and the strongest wood to be of any lifetime guaranteed to them. I gave one to my mate and it was a good harmony one, well made. But even it will go over the years. Now you've been threatened to be sprayed. These were tilted towards the neck like that, which means that there's a lot of pressure on it, and the wood, to me that would say that the wood behind it, there's a little plaque of wood, has given away a bit. So it may need another little strengthener piece of wood underneath there to give a little bit more depth to it, but let's do some more investigation first. You've been threatened to be sprayed. These were tilted towards the neck like that, which means that there's a lot of pressure on it, and the wood, to me that would say, excuse, did you take that out of the box when I was working? You are a little thief. A little thief, I tell you. A thief! Black cat sneaking up on me. Why couldn't you fix guitars? You'd be more used to me. You're my little precious doll, aren't you? Yes, you are. No, that doesn't mean to say you can get into the box and play with the keys. No, away you go. Because I was nice with you. Doesn't mean to say you can get into the box and play with the keys. Just feel in there. Yeah, it's cracked along the bottom. So the piece of wood that's underneath there, flat, it's got a crack right across it because the screws would have been started it, because you've got drill holes where, so I'm going to have to, well, I'm not going to say what I'm going to have to do yet, because it may be that this may end up as a playable 6-string, but nothing else. This is all angled, which is no good. So we'll take these off, put them in the box. I think that might have been a box of what do you get? There's those vegetables you can get. Yeah. There's screws missing from one side. No, there's no screw. What? Where's this? What? What? There's something missing from that. Is it inside? No, it's not inside. Right. So this should have another metal bar beneath it, so that you could rise and screw it, but the metal bar is missing. Right, and as I did that, these all came off the top. We'll get them later. So we have a thick guitar, and we need another. Do you know, I might actually cheat with this too. I might just put shims in it to get it to a height to be playable, because this guitar is not. Could you? Hey, that's the plastic end of my tuning. Right, you're going to get choked to the death. You are. So I might put a shim in there. Let me just look to see if that's raised. Yes, that's bulged a bit too. So, going to need some work with this guitar. But what? You, stop sneaking around. See, sneaky. I'm going to put it way up the top shelf. Does that mean to say, where's my spray? Where's my spray? By the way, it's completely empty. It just has water in it. I washed it with soap and suds and hot water. It doesn't have get off in it. It's just a bottle with water in it. But I don't even have to spray it out. I just have to hold it towards her and go. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get started. No time like the present. Why wait for spring? Do it now.